And it's a beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. That was Talento's Sekimon with Slay Queen. Moro, moro. A beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning.
Och,
Mitch.
dat het baie na gereën. Ek het baie mooi geslap. En donderdag is altyd my Vrydag. Thursday is always my favorite, man.
Why is Thursdays your Fridays?
Because it makes me envision my Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
And like I can already see what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Like I'm like, the whole day. That's my brain is just working on what are you gonna do this whole weekend.
Well, you guys can. I guess when you're younger, you can be a little bit more creative as to what will I do this coming weekend.
Yeah.
I don't have prospects like that. That's niks nie.
It's gone never.
It's gone.
Oh
gone.
man, I don't want to reach that level.
Omsie ha. Klaar. Terug.
Oh.
You don't want to reach that level. Trust me, by the time you get to my level, if it's what you call a level, you are so tired of everything. And especially a guy like you who wants to go and retire at, what is the place's name? Arwap. Ja, gaan. Gaan. Ek wil kyk, hoe lang wil jy nog? Gou narip. Yeah. By the time, I say, you know what? The moment you start enjoying, the moment you start looking forward during the day to go home, to your home, then you will know that you have matured. Yeah.
I don't think a lot of men have that feeling though.
Yeah.
Like I'm as that 5 years I'm
I'm
going home to my wife.
No, it's not necessarily about going home to your wife. I want to go home. Ek wil huis toe gaan.
Jy wil net gaan slap.
And you know, we as men, we go home for different reasons. Okay?
Just name two for me, Neville. Ek wil net just two interesting ones. At your age.
The reason for going home. I think the one is to see my family, my wife and my children. That's a package in itself. And the other is I like my home. I like my home. I like doing whatever it is I'm doing at home. I like that. I don't have any passion.
Like because you build it now yourself, like you say, you build it from. And it doesn't give you a certain feeling of like achievement. Like I did this.
No, it does.
I did this for my family.
Yeah. It's true, but as I say, I love the fact that, and you know what, Mitch, at my age, I don't discriminate what other men do or what they like or don't like.
Yeah.
Because no man in any stage of your life you're supposed to judge another man.
Yeah.
I don't judge another man.
That's one thing.
We are different and we all have our times. So for me, a lot of my friends moet eers 'n draai by Simon se gat maak of by waar gaan eers 'n bier gaan drink of waar gaan klomp draaie voordat hy huis toe gaan. Ek wil huis toe gaan. That's what I love doing.
Yeah.
I love being at
Never,
home.
I wanted to know, like I always ask my father this question, and I want to first post it to you before I tell you what he said. When would you best advise a young man like me to really start planning his life forward to his 50s, to his 40s, or get married, get settled down, being in a serious relationship?
No. There's no recipe for that.
There's no.
There's your instinct will tell you this is now. I need this in my life, but there's no. Let's not put an age to when you should get married, or an age as to when you should be matured. You ought to know when you're supposed to be matured. Verstaan jy? So, and it works differently for each and every man out there. So for me, it worked a little bit different. Ek en my vrou is nou sê so oor amper 20 jaar saam. And I was just lucky when I met her. I didn't foresee myself to get married to her. When I met her, she was just, hier's nog 'n dingetjie wat ek wil triep. Klaar.
Never.
Nee, ek strei nie.
You probably tell mevrou, don't watch this show today.
Nee.
Because vandag.
Sy ken. Ek het haar gesien as ek hierdie dingetjie wil ek triep.
Ja.
Dis klaar.
Dribbel.
Ek wil hom dribbel.
Die hartrasper.
Die hartrasper. It's over a course period of time that you realize that this is somebody that can actually make your house a home. Ja, groet die mense Koffie.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. There's a specific reason for that.
Ag, kak story man.
Yeah, it is.
German
Because I just
late.
wanted to finish using the bathroom before that dog comes into the studio.
Oh my God. I actually put out the poster yesterday.
I know. I'm scared shitless.
Oh.
No, hell. Holy crap, no.
Before we continue with the show, just for some of you who don't know it yet, today as from 9 o'clock, we will be having the dog whisperer in the name of the dog father. The guy's name is Matthew.
I actually went to school with him.
Is it?
Can we play him a song by the dog?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, woo,
Hey.
yeah.
So Dinah speels soos die hond inkom, and then we see if the dog is triggered by that song.
Yeah. Fat julle gat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matthew obviously want to come and debunk the theory that pit bulls are vicious, destructive, and
Fighting machines.
or whatever it is that you would like to call them. So he's gonna bring his pit bull into the studio today, okay? And guys, you are for or against pit bulls. It is your opportunity to bring the pain on the morning mix this morning as from 9 o'clock. Luister, ek sien nie my comments hierso nie. Ek weet nie wat gaan aan nie. Why am I not seeing comments?
There's so many comments.
Hou op man.
Yes.
Ek sien niks comments nie. Yeah, so we're going to have Matthew in studio today, and he's going to come and share the reasons why we should not hate on pit bulls. I am obviously ready for him. I want to tell him a lot of shit about pit bulls. Ek stel nie belang nie.
Kom ek sê man, I will be neutral for this one.
Is it, nee?
Well, you don't want to cheese off the dog.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, hey Matthew, that dog is a monster, and the dog looks at me, yeah, he's a good monster.
Kom ons sê gou môre vir almal. Sylvia Wakumbwa, Moro Malume, Denise Valentine. Good morning, wonderful people. May you have a blessed day. Baie dankie Cornelius Frederik, Moro Windhoek, King Malume, Tibratse, Moro Mane, Fauzi Yambo. Morning. No, ja, Natalie vra nou waar is Koffie? Hy is nou hier.
I am here.
Okay. Pasca Dilula, good morning. Daar is hy. Good. Ag asseblief. Ja. Dankie Colin. King Malume, dankie vir daai comment. Thank you very much. Koffie is altyd laat. Ja. Ja, Rovera says, it just simply means you are not for the streets anymore. Home is where the heart is for you. There is peace at home. Jy word nie met 'n pan geslaan en so aan. Môre julle dakkies en die whitey.
Don't let Divine hear that.
Yeah.
Don't let Divine hear that.
I knew that this crew would be back. Pasca and Dilula, morning. Hy is by Mohau. Wie is by Mohau? Oh,
Koffie was maar by jou.
Hey, ek's by Mohau. Ja, julle weet nie. You don't know what happens outside the studio.
Lasterhond. Here, Lasterhond. Het jy gebesluit jy gee jouself daai naam? I really love going home after work. Yo, I'm also in that mood, just being home. And then Kalfi says, good morning to everyone. King Malume. Ek soek nog die foto asseblief. Het dit swart uitgekom? Ja, pik swart. Nena, Pasca, Dilula. You're always late. We are used to it now. Yes. Hey, Khan Pasca. Hey, cheap man. Yeah. Sylvia Wakumba says, the same happened to me. And 20 years later, we are still together. Hy het gedink hy sal my dribble.
But never let it happen.
Well done on 20 years. That's a successful time.
Kalfie,
Sylvia, very proud of you guys.
Kalfie, ek weet nie of jy die gesprek gevolg het nie. Between me and Mitch when you were outside. I think you probably just walked into this discussion. I was telling him, you know what, I'm at my age, I'm happy to be home.
Yes.
To go home after work.
Yes.
That's what I love doing. Unless I have a gig or an event that I want to go home. That's
right.
what I want to do. And obviously our gesprek moved into the line of how me and Mevrou met. And I said, you know, when I met Mevrou, it didn't start out that I immediately fell in love with her. I saw her as a piece of ass.
Was that the body part you were looking at?
Yeah.
Not the face, not the boobies.
Yeah, say some mooi vrou and so.
So it was her bum.
Yeah, or whatever. Maar ek wou haar net gedribbel het. Dis klaar.
Jy wou kry klaar.
Ek wou kry klaar. Wat sê sy nou? You know.
Gryp, ryp en escape.
Klaar.
That's it.
Verstaan jy? Want die ding dat dit vir my gegaan oor for men it's about your ego.
Yes, yes. We are men.
The more I can it was over a course period of time that I saw, you know what?
You got to learn to love each other.
That's
it.
Okay. And after a while I was like, nee man.
There's no deep piece of.
Die is nou die cherrykie met wie ek say I can build a home with her.
That's it.
Because she loves my mother, she respects me,
I had 15 of those before.
You guys are so lucky. You guys are really lucky to have women that you can say, I have 15 women that really respected me.
Okay, 15 is
what in the real months? Where do you guys get these people? These baby toddler human beings.
Mitch, you must move around, man.
No, man.
That's it. Eveleenstraat.
Yeah. So, Mitch, you have not met someone yet who shows you the level of respect and love and affection that you really want.
I don't think I've been loved. I don't think I've been loved in my life.
Is it?
I've never
by a woman?
Never.
No, seriously.
But really,
interesting.
Honestly, the type of woman I meet is either they're violent or it's probably me. Me, I'm just probably a never mind dude, and it probably triggers them somehow. But it's either they are violent or they are do you say
verbally abusive?
Verbally abusive. Or it's always a thing of compete. As jaded kamakta connected doen, and you know and I somehow think it's because of again.
but
it's funny.
Maar kom ek vra. This issue of you dating verbally abused women,
yes,
or violent women.
I'm concerned now.
Yeah. Kom ek vra so. Does that not boil down to your personality? Because I'm just asking because you know what, you date and you stay with who you are. What I mean with that, you know what, if a situation is abusive, you're supposed to leave.
Oh my God!
You're supposed to be with.
I agree.
Here
it comes. Here's the good saying, and please understand this correctly.
Yeah.
You can't change the people around you.
Yeah.
But you can change the people around you.
Yes. It's your. Thank you, Kalfie. Say it very slowly.
You can't change.
Mense wat baie stadig is daar buite soos rowweerig. Yeah.
You can't change the people around you.
Yes.
But you can change the people around you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, never.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I do understand.
Explain what he said.
Go to church. There are a lot of women in church.
Nee, wacht. Ik wil
Dis
hoor
wat
wat hy
tel
sê.
It means that he's trying to tell me that the environment that I'm in, or my dating circle, or the type of people I
Yes.
surround myself with, I can change that because my environment waarin ek nou date, is nie miskien die regte
Fucked
mense.
up.
Ja, so ek moet bietjie beweeg en al dit. Never het jy al oor brood gestrei.
Brood.
Hell no. You need to change the people around you.
A whole argument about bread. Tot polisie moet kom.
Hier kom hierdie pitbull.
En hy is nog krepel.
Here,
Was he in a fight?
Ja, we'll ask.
we'll
Oh,
ask.
hell no.
Okay.
Never het jy oor brood gestrei.
Nee, dis toch kak. Wag. Kom ek lees gou 'n paar comments. Welcome Ipinge, also known as the Dog Whisperer. My aarde pitbull in studio. Hallelujah. Denise Valentin. A very good morning to you, dearest Kaufi Muausi Boli.
Moro.
Estomi says, morning Neville, morning Kaufman, you'll be bitten first.
Ish.
Yeah.
Moet tog nou jou op.
Weg hier so asseblief.
Yes,
Ja,
man.
thank you, Ro, thank you. 3 seconds ego, Neville, who cares? Ja, is ook alright. Mohau says, I am not part of those 15, want jy sou gebly het, Kalfie.
No.
Ethel, môre tog, môre, Noma Gooth. Ethel Koningsdogter, Mitch het vet geraak. Is die kantien.
Dat sê.
Roviera Neville is besig, dis wat Ethel sê. 'n vet stompie. Jy word geëet hierso. Dit was nie maklik nie. Daar's daar wat ek hom 'n knockout wil gee, maar hy's my bra, Sylvia. Very true.
Sien jy, a knockout.
Ja, very true.
I will not
Daai sokkies lyk soos 'n lang broek.
Wat hy sokkies wat hy gister aangehad het.
Pascal Dilula, it's because of your big mouth. Now I see why you behind the mic. Mervyn Minster Alcock, môre mense, we can't change James even in prison.
Let's phone him.
But we can change the people around you.
Yeah. Franco Jose, finally SPCA in the studio. Kalfie, kom ons doen gou die nuus.
Let's do this.
Informante News. Informante News. Firm but fair.
This is Informante Live, and these are our top stories. 3 babies under the age of 1 year and a teenager are among the 31 deaths recorded in the latest 24-hour COVID-19 reporting cycle. This was announced by Health Minister Dr. Kalumbi in the latest national update. We announced 96 positive cases from 1,482, which represents a 6.5% positivity ratio. Out of the total confirmed cases, 92 are new cases and are reinfections. The ages range from 11 months to 102 years, the minister said. Zambezi recorded 16 cases, constituting 16.7%, followed by Khomas with 15, constituting 15.6% of the total cases. Among the confirmed cases, 77 are not vaccinated, accounting for 80.2% of the total confirmed cases. The number of active cases is 9,378, and 557 cases from 12 regions have recovered, Dr. Shangulu said. A total of 132 people were arrested for drug-related matters in December alone, and drugs worth more than 375,000 were confiscated. According to Namibian Police Force Deputy Commissioner Kona Shikwambe, among the arrested suspects are 119 Namibians, 9 Zambians, and 1 Angolan, German, South African, and also Zimbabwean. The police seized a total of 32.238 kilograms of cannabis, valued at 322,380 Namibia dollars. 352 Mandrax tablets, valued at 42,240 Namibia dollars. 2 grams of cocaine powder, valued at 1,046 cents. 46 units of crack cocaine, valued at 4,600 Namibia dollars. 6 capsules of MDMA, valued at 720 Namibia dollars, and 41 LSD stickers, valued at 4,920 Namibia dollars. The various drugs are in total valued at 375,860 Namibia dollars. And finally, villagers from the Oshikoto region are asking for assistance from the Namibian government, stating that they have spent several years drinking water from a makeshift dam, which they say is close to running dry. Francina Nangolo said villagers of Oyafunju in the Okankolo constituency have been without clean drinking water for a long time, adding that no one at the village currently has access to clean running water. They all gather at a dam where they collect muddy water. Nangolo further explained that villagers have on several occasions spoken to the councillor responsible for the constituency, Hans Nambodi, but there has been no change in the situation. Your Drasco share price today, the 20th of January, is at $1.50 per share. Taking a brief look at the financial indicators, the Namibia dollar is trading against the US dollar at 15 Namibia dollars and 50 cents, against the euro at 17 Namibia dollars and 50 cents, and against the British pound at 21 Namibia dollars and 10 cents. This is Informante Live, and these were our top stories. You can find more on our website, which is informante.web.na.
Informante News. Informante News. Informante News. Firm but fair.
So there we have it. Drugs, drugs, drugs. Yes, man. Hou op met die drugs. Stop it now, Namibians. You know, you Namibians.
Ja, sê hulle, Duitser. Sê hulle.
But among the people that got caught, we had
Yes.
foreigners, a lot of foreigners.
Ja.
En dan hier is nog 'n Duitser ook nog. Ons
Ja,
sien Duitse.
Duitser ook.
Ja. So we've got
Ja.
119 Namibians, 9 Zambians, 1 Angolan, 1 German, South African and a Zimbabwean. Wat soek julle tog?
The Namibians are merchants.
Chique, man.
That's
Oh.
what we should understand.
Yeah.
They sell for these other guys that bring it.
Yes.
I know that for a fact.
Ethel, moenie vroeg met my begin nie, asseblief. Ja. Los jy en Natalie, los my uit. Ja. Ja. Ouderdom het my geslat.
Come on.
Neville is oud. Ja, ek dra. Los my tog man. Dis lekker om 'n jersey aan te trek vandag, asseblief. Koffie, kom ons doen
Yes.
gou die
COVID
weer
cases.
en die COVID cases.
Okay, let's just have a brief look at the COVID cases out there. Newly confirmed cases yesterday 96, recoveries 557. We are now on active cases at 9,378. The big figure of concern is that in the last 24 hours we've had 31 deaths.
Ja.
So this is not good.
That's a bit shocking, eh?
Right, of which 82% are non-vaccinated people.
82%
That's it.
non-vaccinated, which
That's it.
gives me quickly to the story that I have here in the one of our dailies of the story of Namkor. Unvaccinated employees must test weekly, Namkor says. Vaccination policy asking unvaccinated employees to present negative COVID-19 results every week. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Did you guys see that?
what in the man?
It's,
The dog has stress.
Wat? Het julle daai gesien?
Ja, jy raak nie die eienaar aan.
Oh,
Net so.
Yes, Oriel.
Ai.
Is
Jy
this-
wil
Here?
please it.
I'm scared
Luister.
crapless now.
are you scared?
Nee man.
Guys, you should have seen that. You said, die twee man is nou lelik bang.
Nee, ek is nie bang nie, maar
I won't
Ja, maar
touch
ons
it.
is van groot winkels, bra. Ons mag nie bang wees.
ons het nie sulke honde in groot winkels nie. Here,
Oh my kind, man.
Oriel,
Ariel, kyk daar.
is jy alright?
Oh hell no.
Oh my kind, man.
Oriel,
Don't aggravate the dog before the interview. Do it
Asseblief.
afterwards.
no, quickly, just explain to us what just happened there.
Over
just
here.
come,
No,
Come,
just come
sit
and
over here.
explain. Just take the yeah. What just happened there?
No, I greeted the dog.
Hell no.
His name is Druggy.
Druggy.
Druggy, that's
We've
his
spoken
name.
about drugs just now.
And I touched him behind, like on his neck, behind his ear,
And?
which is apparently a spot he doesn't like to be touched. And he barked at me.
Dis 'n pit bull girlfriend.
Kyk as alpha male, jy raak nie enige alpha male hier agter. Is ons 'n spot.
Here.
As 'n hier spot.
Vader van genade.
Yeah, I'm not scared of dogs though. So I got a bit of a fright when he barks,
Oriel, het jy
I am scared
Yeah.
of
You
I
dogs.
don't
do
have a
realize
dog
we
at the
still have to go
moment.
through this process.
I don't have a dog at the moment, but I grew up with dogs. My dad bred German Shepherds.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, we are okay with German Shepherds.
Yes, we are.
we have one here.
Thumbs up.
We are not afraid.
Here. We just heard, I'm busy reading this story here of Namcor of unvaccinated people who needs to, provide a weekly COVID test. And I just hear on the side of me, whoa! But you're okay.
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
Totally.
okay, cool.
Tested.
Yes.
That's your story.
Just, why don't you just get the vaccine?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Sunnet was here yesterday. Why don't we have all the teachers vaccinated?
Yeah,
We didn't ask. We forgot to ask.
We
if
forgot to
if
ask
they
it.
have that rule that teachers must get vaccinated before the end of January, or they will work from home.
Except the maths teachers.
Franco Jose sê, die Duitser is klaar bang.
That's why.
Mitch, moenie soos 'n pavement rykie. Pitbull don't like people that smell groot winkels.
Ooh, yeah.
Ja, nee Natalie, ek het regtig amper uit my stoel uit gespring. Let me see. Ja. Matthew will be coming into the studio now. Koffie, kom ons maak gou die COVID in die weer.
Okay, we've done the COVID. Let's just look at the weather quickly. Widespread thunder showers will persist over the interior. Please take the necessary precautions. In the interior, partly cloudy and hot in the Namib, Zambezi, and also the Omaheka regions with a few showers. Elsewhere, cloudy and warm to hot with scattered to widespread thunder showers. The coast, partly cloudy and cool to warm with showers with a wind moderate to fresh southwesterly. Maximum temperatures for today. Cool weather will still persist throughout the country. In Windhoek, maximum temperatures 30. At the coast, Swakopmund 24 with Walvis Bay 28. Going over to the Zambezi, Katimamulilu 31. Omuthia 28, Ondangwa 27 with Oshakati 26. Then in Ojivarongo 29 and Riobot with 31. And then in Mariental today 39 and Keetmanshoop 32. To the east of the country, in Gobabis today 35 and Beitepos 35. One particular spot that we also don't tend to mention is Karasburg. So Karasburg today with 30 degrees
Van die
Celsius.
Dakasa.
Yeah.
Karasburg.
Ja, nee, Masha, Oriel het nou sommer verdwyn met die blackout. Ja. Rose says, Oriel, jy sal net so oorkom.
Ro just wants violence with everybody. Hey.
Guys, thank you very, very much. Kofi, thank you very much. Just to touch on the weather, it's really been dat het honde en katte gereën gisteraan.
Oh.
It's really been raining extremely well in the city, up to the point that we don't have any electricity in Elisenheim as from 9 o'clock last night up until now. Ek het klomp vis en goeders in my yskas. Ek moet nou reeds by huis toe bel en vra as die krag nog nie aan is nie, dan I don't know whose house I need to go and store my stuff. En ek het vanoggend, you see how adaptable human beings are. Ek het in ijskoue water geshower vanoggend. Ja, I lost another 2 centimeters.
The lightning yesterday.
Erg.
Lightning was
Erg.
Ek hoor net kwart later, ek hoor net die bonnetjie en dis die Here is kwaad met ons. Die Here
is kwaad met ons.
And I lived next to like bonnetjie. They started praying. I was like, oh my Keetmans, it's happening.
Tangeni vra vir jou Koffie, is jy bang?
No, I'm
Hoekom
not.
maak jy nie die weer nuus klaar nie? Why are you taking so long with reading the weather report?
What did I finished it off?
Yeah, I say vandag vat jy especially very long to.
Oh,
to
I'm sorry. I'll
because-
abbreviate it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Ek gaan
because-
van môre af ek kan net sê dis koud. Of dis
Nee.
warm
Is
of dis nat.
he's speculating you were shit scared of the dog. That's
Yes.
why. Yeah. Maria Aziz, oh, you are also back here. Mwanganga walalapo. Nawa Maria. Oginia. Roviera, hoor jy Monique Bubbles? Maak gou. Wat het ek nog gesê? Ethel, wat het ek gesê? Wat het ek
Sy
gesê?
hoor net goed wat sy wil hoor.
Yeah. Guys, thank you very much. As we say, we will be having Matthew Ipinga in the studio now. He's going to come into the studio now. We will be chatting to him a little bit around, dogs, in particular pit bulls. Okay? We would like to obviously throw the kitchen sink at him because of I'm gonna do that. I don't know about you guys. I obviously have a complete disdain for pit bulls or anything that looks close to a pit bull, and I've always been proven right about pit bulls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, I would like for him to come and dispel, if he can, any stereotypes that there are about pit bulls. Without further ado, it would be good to have Matthew in the studio now. So Shines, thank you, man. Thanks, Shines. While
Shines Lives Matters.
yeah, Shines Lives Matters. Kom ons kyk gou. Onawa, Maria, thank you very much. Thank you, Tate Kaufi, for the news update. That comes from Pascal and Dilula. Monique, ja, moenie nou hier aankom en vra wat was gemaak nie, okay? Maria Aziz, hy korwanje, hier loop hierdie pitbull loop hier agter my. Ek gaan nie my rug draai nie. What about pitbulls? Dit is wat Maria Aziz vra. Kaufi sit doodstil, nee.
Kaufman.
Sit net doodstil.
Oh my god, man.
Ja. Matthew.
How was it, Jen?
Heerlijk.
Mary, I'll come visit you. I will visit her. Mary Aziz.
Do you know how she looks like?
No, I saw her December.
Oh, okay. Okay. Monique Bubbles, gaan gou daar op jou camera system en gaan check toe Oriel met die hond vas kans gevat het. Esther says, pit bulls love bold people, Neville. You'll be the first to go. What do you mean first to go what? Huh? Yeah. Matthew, Matthew,
Hi,
good
guys.
morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Morning, Matthew.
Am I live?
Yeah, you are alive.
You are live.
You are alive.
All right.
Why do black people always do that?
What?
Huh? They always need to confirm.
I don't have
if
headphones
they are
on.
behind the
All of you
mic.
guys are hearing.
And the
wearing
white people always
earpieces.
blow into the microphone.
Huh?
Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
White people will go, am I live?
Oh, is it what you guys are doing?
Ooh, terrible.
Yeah, ours is like check, 1,
Yeah.
2.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Zeker maar.
Ons moet ook confirm as ons gesteek word, is ek ook al gesteek al. Hoe lyk dit?
Donkerhoek in the house.
Presenting.
That is what Wilhelms Mboli Bolo say. So, Jace van Donkerhoek.
Donkerhoek, born and raised.
Born and raised in
Oh.
Donkerhoek. Awe, Matthew. Monique Bubble say hello, Matthew. Wie het vir jou gesê jy moet vir Matthew hallo sê? Ons het nie vir jou gevra jy moet mense hallo sê.
Sê
So.
eens nie vir ons gegroet
Hoe
nie.
lyk Monique?
Sê eens nie vir ons gegroet nie, Neville. She just came in for Matthew.
Wat is die screens?
Hoor. Kom ons kyk eers hoe Monique lyk voordat ons enigiets besluit.
Asseblief.
Matthew,
Hey,
thank you so much for joining us this morning at such short notice. I must say I appreciate the fact that when I called you yesterday, you welcomed the invitation wholeheartedly, and obviously the reason why we want to have you in the studio today is that we talk a lot of shit about pit bulls per se.
Especially, yes.
Yeah, here in studio. And obviously, it's important for you to come and dispel the rumors. Oh, and the criticism that we have about pit bulls. Kaufi, you want to say something?
I did a little bit of reading up just to get myself prepared for this, but I know you are the expert, not me.
Yeah.
An interesting thing that I may just want to reflect, and obviously you can go online and you can get all the facts about pit bulls. But there's one in particular, one that I'd like to share with you, is that as many as 75% of mixed breed dogs in animal shelters include pit bulls, and pit bull mixes are misidentified as the wrong breed. Here's an interesting one. In 1993, a pit bull named Wheeler won the Ken L. Ration Dog Hero of the Year award for her heroic actions following a dam break along the Tijuana River. Over the course of 3 months, Wheeler rescued 30 people, 29 dogs, 13 horses, and a cat. She also hauled food to stranded animals and led rescuers to 13 abandoned horses. So
Is this now
it's a pit bull.
it's a pit bull?
It's a pit bull. So now...
We don't want to hear good stories about
No, I think we need
You
to
brought in the
apologize.
wrong person.
I think so. We need to officially apologize for our statements we made on Monday
about pit bulls.
about pit bulls. I take that back. I apologize.
War.
I will be the first one to apologize.
Koop jy gesig.
I want to just get the two of you to say the same.
Oh, okay.
Hy's bang dat die hondies hoor.
Ja.
Ja.
No, but look, dan, Matthew, of course you have to explain why the dog has this dark
Side
history.
Reputation,
history
yeah.
because of and we cannot ons kan nie wegredeneer van dit af nie. But look at this. It is like pit bulls only make up 6% of the dog population, but they are responsible for 68% of dog attacks and 52% of dog-related deaths since 1982, according to the research done by Merritt Clifton from the Animal Cruelty and News Organization. So this is why people probably have this image about you cannot be just 6% and be responsible for more than half
The attacks.
of attacks on humans and death-related
other dogs.
other dogs as well.
Okay.
So I think that's one of the things.
Okay, Matthew. Let's start off, my brother. Give us a little bit of background as to. I believe you also known as a dog whisperer.
There's a dog whisperer. Yes.
You work with dogs in general.
Yes, every day.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this?
About 4 years now, but with working with dogs much longer.
Okay.
But professionally, or where I made it, or I turned it into a business and a career, it's at least for this. I'm heading to my 4th year,
Okay.
and this commotion around the pit bull
Yeah.
is the reason why my business was able to thrive the way it did.
Okay.
I deliberately started my journey into dog training with a pit bull because of the preconceived notions that come around the pit bull, and I knew that if I were to enter the dog industry with a pit bull, and a tamed one, and one that defies all notions or preconceived notions prior to that, there will be people will talk. I don't have any marketing budget for my business, but because my business is led by a pit bull, I deliberately put him in my business logo as well.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
It boomed
Wow.
immediately. First year.
Well done.
I've never sold airtime or have any other kind of business before. This is my first ever, and because
I
it was
never
planned,
sold
right?
airtime.
Yeah, nothing. Lekker, nexie.
Nexie.
I started with one business, and I've been paying my rent with it since.
Congratulations.
You get me?
That's
and I played
phenomenal.
it well
Respect.
because of the pit bull.
Respect.
I could have gone with a Labrador. They are very smart. Border Collies intelligent. They learn any and everything in under a minute. But I chose a pit bull because of the drama that comes around the pit bull. So
Right.
my marketing takes care of itself.
Oh, well done.
He's the black guy that has a pit bull that understands Vambu. There's no way that doesn't sell.
Yes.
Yeah. So I took my dog, and I taught him everything he needs to know from the get-go. I balanced him out. I deliberately taught him Vambu because he lives with my mom.
So you speak in Oshuamba with the dog,
Strictly. All my dogs, yeah.
ne? Okay.
All of them. They all understand the same commands because I figured that at some point I would move out. And when I got him, I still worked at Standard Bank at the time. So I knew that when I'm at work, my mom would have to communicate with his dog comfortably. There shouldn't be a language barrier of any sort. So that's why I trained him in Vambu as well. But also for the marketing. It would sell well. Yeah. But if and when you meet him, I brought Draghi today because he was easier to bring, and because Kratos, my pit bull, is 9 years old. He's not a very good representation of the pit bull right about now, because the
Why?
older they are, the
Uh-huh.
more irritable they are. But that's with every breed. A Boer bull, a German Shepherd or anything, when they are 9, 10 years old, they don't want to be played with or petted and stuff. They are more likely to react or correct you, give you a corrective bite, if that makes sense. Or just a correction. They don't follow through, but they'll correct you to say, you're annoying me, let me go. You understand? So I brought Draghi.
Wag 'n bietjie. This is interesting.
Where's Shines? He should be taking the camera and show Draghi more often.
Yeah.
I think he did.
So-
né?
Not just briefly. We
Yeah.
need, people need
So-
to see Draghi.
So that let me just quickly just get this, Matthew. The breed, or how I understand.
Sorry,
The-
Mr. Basson, before you go on.
Never,
Maybe,
please.
Okay.
Mr.
All right,
Basson.
maybe ask me some questions,
Yeah.
because there are so many
Yeah.
preconceived notions when it comes to pit bulls. When they fight, cold water, hot water, steek 'n pyp in sy agterkant, wat. There
Yeah.
are so many. So maybe ask
Yeah.
me some questions and then I can clarify
Yeah.
some of those.
Yeah.
Because if I have to start talking about the breed, I am so passionate about it. This
I
whole
understand.
interview will be...
I understand.
Yeah.
No, and that's why we are here. We are here for pit bulls, and we are here to come and obviously help to dispel the the notions that we all have about,
Okay.
or some people have about pit bulls. Matthew, I don't know how much of the little history that I know about pit bulls, and I could be right or wrong about it, is that the DNA of these dogs,
Yes.
or the breed per se,
Yes.
has been designed
Yes.
for a dog to fight. And the reason why it's called a pit
Yes.
is because these dogs, because it's pit, it's an English word, is these dogs are basically put in a pit.
Were.
Were.
They were.
Were.
Yeah.
Yes. Were.
Were put in a pit where they fight to the death.
Yes.
So the DNA that was basically used to create this dog
Yes. Is structured in such
is
a way
structured
that-
in such a way that it must have a certain level of aggression.
Yes.
It must have killer instinct,
Yes.
etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
My question to you: how do you convince me that a dog whose DNA has been designed to destroy, to kill, to attack, can be domesticated? And that's the issue that I have.
Okay. So, much like with cattle or any other form of animal breeding, you have bloodlines.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you have your more aggressive bloodlines, you have your more tame bloodlines, you have your more calm bloodlines. So, if I, for example, want a guard dog that is extremely defensive, then I go for the more aggressive bloodlines. But if I want a pit bull or a guard dog that is a bit more tame, then you breed the dog in such a way that you work with tame parents, which gives the puppies a higher chance of being born tame as well, or calm, with calm personalities. So over the years, they've migrated away from all of those aggressive bloodlines. So a good 95% of the pit bulls that are alive right now are nothing anywhere close to what their ancestors were. So yes,
I
they're the
see.
same structure,
Right.
but we've bred, or they've over the years, they've bred all of those aggressive bloodlines away, because if that were not the case, there would be way much more, or many more incidents.
So what you're saying is the humans, or well, those people involved,
Yes.
they did that deliberately.
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 Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me right now as a
Right.
client to say that, look, Matthew, I'm looking for a guard dog. I'll
Okay.
ask you what your come Draghi. I'll ask you what your needs are for the dog, what your requirements are. Relax, Draghi.
Oh, he's squad for Oriel. He's squad for Oriel.
Okay, let me clear this up, okay?
Yeah.
Let me clear this scenario up. And this is now just dog engagement 101.
Yes.
Oriel walks into the building.
Yes.
We are in the building.
Okay.
Draghi's been living with me for at least 3 weeks now. He's not my dog, he's my client's dog.
Ah, okay.
But the bonding that happens is every day and around the clock.
Yes.
So at this point, he's imprinted on me like I'm his owner.
Right.
Now, Oriel just walks in into a room, and it's just the three of us now. He has
Right.
no idea who Oriel is.
Okay.
And before he's gotten a chance to fully
Yeah, obviously.
Assess
acquaint
his
himself
situation.
with Oriel,
Yeah.
she's petting him.
Right.
And on the neck and head area.
Right.
When dogs fight, right before they pop off, one dog puts the other one on the other one's neck, or they put their head on the other one's neck.
Okay.
That's a signal to say, yo, I'm ready to go, let's fight. You get me? Now, a stranger just walked in.
Right.
Oriel, the way she approached is right in front of the dog, so she's casting her body over the dog.
Aha.
You understand? So you are towering over me, and then you are touching me at a spot
Right.
as a stranger. Where you understand? Do you
So-
see what this? So he sent out a correction, but there was no follow through.
Okay.
He was annoyed and he growled and yapped his mouth, but there was
Yes.
no follow through. As soon as she backed off, the incident went
Was-
away as well.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Do you understand?
Wonderful.
Wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
Luister ouens, daar's baie comments hierso.
A lot of
We need to go through the
Let's
comments.
go through the comments.
Yeah,
let's-
we
let us
have
went
to.
through, yeah.
Because you see, the thing is, this engagement here, en ons sal regtig try tussen ons drie, nê, om so min as moontlik te praat, laat
ja.
Matthew praat, en laat die mense daar buite kan praat. So there's a lot of comments here. Matthew, soos wat die comments, ek sal net lees, as daar goed is wat jy dink jy sal antwoord, then we can just...
I'll stop you there and
ja,
then, okay.
Kom ons maak so, ek lees so 10 comments, daar kyk ons.
Read me the most controversial ones.
Kom ons kyk maar eers gou dit, en jy sien dit is mos nou maar
Not
ja,
things
hier is-
about your jersey asseblief.
Ja.
Nou het jy uitgetrek.
Monique sê vir jou ek gaan sit nou op sy skoot. Hy sal net daar sit.
Mitch, who like it?
The people are asking to see the dog.
Vanessa Koeibeb sê daai pitbull sal jou afbyt. Haal tog daai banner weg. Ek wil die hond sien. Ja, okay, there's a morning mix banner here. Die mense wil die hond sien. Genesis, kyk vir Wheeler the pitbull goede, 'n hele Mitch Buchanan from Baywatch. While we are here, who has a female pitbull? I'll come later after pitbull. It's too painful. I don't want to recall. Huh? Gee net 'n bietjie kans. Janice Tobias Masule says, Matthew, as a black and Wambo man, how did you explain to your parents that you were going to whisper to a dog as a career path? Oh.
Okay, can I answer that one?
Oh.
Just quickly.
Yeah.
So even just this week, my mom got me a job somewhere. So every few weeks or every couple of months, she'll get me a job somewhere. So she's still not fully on board yet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Iewers December was it Nampost geweest. Iewers in die week. She called me and said, yeah, you should talk to your older brother. We got you a job somewhere in Canada or something. I'm like, does it at least have to do with dogs? She's like, nee, praat met jou broer.
Praat met jou broer.
Yeah. So she's still not fully on board yet. Maar
Okay.
she sees the vision.
Ethel Koningsdogter says, put Draghi on the table.
See,
Sal Draghi op die tafel kan sit?
he's got a sword. Let's not do that.
Yeah, he's a bit so. Franco Jose says the
Kan op
media
my skoot
notion.
sit.
Ja, ook, ja. As jy op jou skoot.
Ek
Niks,
ek
ek kan
dink
hom
ons
sit.
kan hom sien.
Ja.
Kan julle so sê?
Ja, ons dink ek dink ons kan hom sien.
The media notion behind pitbulls is very perceived wrongly. Skunky Draghi is he friendly around children?
He lives with children.
How
And
does
let's-
he react once he escaped from home? Does he get aggressive? Okay, he's
See, but
still-
once again, let me just tackle those two quickly. What was the first one? Yes, the imagery.
yeah.
The picture, for example, that Informante Live used to tag me in the comment.
Mm-hmm.
That picture, for example, I laughed when I saw it. It was so biased. And firstly, let's start with the fact that that's not a pure breed pit bull.
Yeah.
Already,
Yeah.
somebody found a vicious-looking dog on Instagram or on the net and used that and tagged me. So I laughed. I didn't want to
Matthew,
reshape it on my profile.
It also, I've got to tell you, it also comes from us, from our conversation. I
yeah.
think on Monday it was, where we put everybody into this thing.
Guys,
Okay, so
I-
we are
I-
media.
I do influencing for Horizon, MTC. I've done a few contracts, and in this contract, they'll stipulate what kind of shoot they want, and they
Okay.
specifically request that I do shoots with my pitbull Kratos.
Ah,
Do you understand? So, in as much as media, what media is trying to portray the pit bull negatively, there's a whole different side where people actually want to engage this, because if people have seen what I've done with a pit bull, or my pit bull specifically, and they want to put it out there, they want to share it with the world. You go on my social media platforms, for example, I get paid to put my pit bull out there. People want to engage
I
with
saw
the
a
dog.
picture of
Kratos.
of Kratos in Gaza, maar Gaza stand ver.
Yeah. He likes to.
He likes
and
to.
that's what you want. He's a guard dog. You want your guard dog to look intimidating first.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Men soek jy 'n hond wat mense noodwendig moet byt.
Yeah. My cousin have 2 pit bulls. Hulle is erg lazy. And the coolest chill dogs.
Yeah.
So I guess it's how you treat and handle them.
And
That
also
is-
the genetic setup.
Nee.
The bloodlines. Yeah.
The
Daar is no weer die bloodlines wat baie calm is.
Dit is wat Ethel Koningsdogter Visagie sê. Ethel sê, "Woe, kyk Oriel se gesig."
So okay, let me just clarify something regarding a pit bull, and this is something a lot of people don't know. So pit bulls are born with a certain amount of aggression. Yes, a lot of it is animal aggression. Okay, they might be aggressive toward rabbits, birds, or any other pets if they are not socialized early enough.
Okay.
And that is if they are not socialized early enough. Maar as jy hulle met die diere groot maak,
Ja.
they grow up as siblings.
Nee.
Now, on top of them having that aggression, they also have gender-based aggression, where females, after about a year and a half, don't coexist well with other females, and males do not coexist well with other males. So that's why it's
Nee.
easy to fight a pit bull, because by scent, just by picking up the scent of another male, they can pick up, okay, this dog guy is 2-3 years old. That means he's most likely a competitor and so on. So you make these dogs smell
What?
each other and they go, yes. So
Wow.
in a pit bull fight, you won't find a male fighting a female. So it's 2 males or 2 females going at each other.
Nee.
Yeah, you see that. So already just by knowing that pit bulls have gender-based aggression, you know not to get 2 pit bulls. Because now you get 2 pit bulls, 2 broers, so that one isn't bored without the other, or like you want must know.
And with humans, it's exactly the opposite.
Yes.
It's
And then at a year and a half-
males cannot live with females.
Yes.
And females cannot live with males. That's why we have
Okay.
I cannot
gender-based
live with
violence.
females.
So pit bulls also have GBV.
Yeah.
So now this dog's hit a year and a half. Both their maturity kicks in. They're both going through the same hormonal, how do I call it? And then they start to pop off. And now you've got 2 pit bulls fighting, and then that hits the news or the media again. I mean, I didn't see the video of the 2 dogs, of the one pit bull attacking the 2 dogs. But
Okay.
I'm willing to bet money on it that both the dogs that were attacked were male, if that was a male dog.
Wow.
Sylvia
Wow.
Sylvia
You check.
Wakumba says, is net dakkies wat bang is vir honde.
But I don't take away from the fact that a pit bull is scary. There's
Yeah.
that die hond nie so is nie.
Kunin Glovo says, I prefer a bull terrier to a pit bull
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. What are your reasons? We want to know. Natalie says, ouens, wag, kom ons gee hier. Laat hierdie man praat en laat hierdie mens, kom ek lees gou hier. Ethel Koningsdogter says, and speaking with dogs is very important. Please guys, greet them, talk to them, interact toch. Imagine you come to my house and greet me. Dink jy ek sal happy wees met jou? Nee. So please have manners. Okay? Natalie says hy is dan so oulik. Okay? Give us a little bit more, Matthew. Give us a little bit more information.
What else can I tell you regarding the pit bull?
So,
the comment, for example, about the bull terrier.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does a bull terrier look like?
Is die varkon, die ene met die, the
Oh, die
one with
varkon.
Oh,
yeah.
his
Kallies
intellect.
dog.
Die Kallies se hond, ja.
Yeah.
Sorry, we are childhood friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We went to same high school.
Same
also?
high school as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Okay.
So, wat wil ek nou sê?
Want ek ken die naam net varkon. So daai is 'n bull terrier.
Daar is 'n
Bull
bull
terrier.
My
terrier.
hele lewe lank sê ek net varkon.
Daar is 'n bull terrier.
It's a bull terrier.
bull terrier. Ja.
Okay.
Hy byvoorbeeld sy intellect is it's now a little more limited in comparison to a pit bull.
Okay.
Yeah, they are not as versatile. So I mean, to say that you prefer a bull terrier over a pit bull, I mean, she probably has better experiences with a bull terrier, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the bull terrier is a better dog than the pit bull. It's not Iman whose understanding of the pit bull is off again.
Yeah.
It's all about socializing. This is with any and every dog. I have a friend who loves and keeps pit bulls. He is 6 or 7. His biggest guard dog is a mixed breed, a
Is a-
pavement special. Yeah.
As a
Because
big-
that's how he raised that dog. So he chose to raise this one in such a way that it's isolated. That Kenny Mansoni, as altyd agter die huis, is not socialized to kids, anyone, nothing. But come evening time when this guy needs his pit bulls protected, he lets that little
Dog out.
crazy, that little crazy one out, and that tells you a lot.
It does, yeah.
Imagine somebody using his mixed breed to guard his pit bulls.
Is it that?
And not the other
Is
way
it the
around.
dog in the fight or the fight in the dog?
Socializing. It's all
That's
about
it.
how you taught the dog. The pit
Yes.
bulls were taught. So my pit bull, for example, doesn't know how aggressive he can be because he's never experienced that side before.
Okay.
He's
so he's
never
not been
killed.
exposed
Yeah.
to that.
I mean, this dog that killed, or that killed, I don't know if the small dog died. The video circulated.
Died.
I would really like to work with that dog because now it's crossed over a barrier in its mind that it took a life.
Right.
That means it now has a new threshold for
Sure.
where it can hurt the next dog, and
So-
that needs to be reversed.
Wow.
Yes, because it just became a killer. It
never-
wasn't born. Yes, its genetic setup. It's set up in such a way that it has the potential to kill, but until it's exposed to that side of itself, it doesn't know it's capable.
Neville, sorry, Matthew.
No problem.
If I'm not mistaken, the police destroyed that pit
Yeah,
bull, isn't it?
they killed it.
And isn't this really the point, Matthew, if I may?
My God.
Is it not, should we not perhaps, maybe this is just an idea, go to the police and speak to them and say, if this situation comes up again, please just give me
Give
the
me
dog.
a
I'll
call.
fix the dog. I'll
Give me
fix
a call.
the dog.
As it's happening, give me a call. I
Right.
can dismount any pit bull. I have any 3-4 pit bulls going at each other. I can separate all of them in under 15 seconds.
Sê my gou.
In under 10-15 seconds.
Unbelievable.
And I hear this clip went on for about 30 minutes.
I
And
didn't
people
see
were
the
throwing
clip
the
because
dogs with
I
bricks and
don't
what.
deal with that. I don't
But-
deal with that violence well. But it's such a pity.
And,
Wow.
and sorry, just Neville, not Mr. Basset, Neville.
Asseblief.
If, let's say, on the police force we had a guy or two that had an idea of how to handle this kind of thing. I don't know, like maybe from the K9 division, or if they had my number, for example, in speed dial, because we tracked back a couple of years. There was a child that was whose life was taken by 2 pit bulls.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that.
Yeah. Okay. Now that's it. I watched that video and I was sad as at the time I wasn't even training, but I had pit bull experience, so I already knew how to stop or how to. I was looking at that video and I felt so handicapped
Agitated
almost.
and
Yeah,
like-
van is iets wat ek in paar minute so
Kon
kan
gedoen.
solve. I bet you, like I promise you, about 95, 99. Behalve nou dies wat baie dom groot gemaak is. 95% of pit bulls are not human aggressive. They will not bite a person. When they lock onto a target, which is another male dog, they fixate on that. I saw people trying to bump the 2 dogs over, and skeet and whatnot. But if you honestly understand how a pit bull works, except for what you believe outside of what you've been taught and so on, we will know how to fix a situation like that. If I were there, like none of those dogs would have gotten to that extent. My pit bull, when I walk, I'll be walking in the streets of Katutura. En jy weet ons huise in Katutura, daar sien hekke nie. Dan kom hardloop 'n klein hondjie net uit, hulle voel woelig. Ja, en daar nou hier kom
Don't-
ek 2,
don't
3 van
do
hulle.
He got up now.
Is it?
Yeah, and I'm the closest. Let's swap seats. Yeah. Got to use the bathroom again.
So while I'm walking, I'll have a dog randomly pull up and surprise me. Sometimes they come from behind, and daar word die hond gevang van my pit bull. He's not attacking, he's defending himself. Because we're walking, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get bit by some of these dogs. So my own weet ook as ek nou nie teen, like if I don't stand up for my owner, he might get bit. But just because my dog is defending himself doesn't mean now I allow this to happen for 15 minutes or whatever.
Kyk, Willem Bolly vra hierso, and it's obviously in line with exactly what we're talking about. What's the tip from you, Matthew, when a pit bull bites? What can you do for it to release? Because
Choke it out.
Because people tried everything, but it does not release it from.
There's only one of 2 ways to release a pit bull's lock. Let's call it a lock.
it's a long.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, first before we talk about releasing it, let's talk about why it happens.
Yeah, why
Because
does it
people
lock?
believe that the hond raak mal and its jaw locks and what. The jaw doesn't lock. The pit bull was bred in such a way that it does everything it does to 100%. That's why it's the most consistent breed. In as much as it has caused the havoc that it's caused over the years, people continue to breed it because of so many of its other outstanding qualities. The pit bulls stand by a fair eight van Ali on an Ali breeds af, in terms of their loyalty and what they are willing to do for you as their owner. You get me? So they're bred in such a way that every single thing that they do 100%. So if your pit bull is like weight pulling, I used to compete in sports with my pit bull. I was weight pulling Javier's, the jump and hang. Yeah, different. So you test the endurance of a dog, which dog can pull the most weight and all that. And you'll never see people doing that with any other breed because no other breed is willing to perform like that for you. And that's why a dog fighter can very easily ask his dog to fight because enige iets wat jy die hond vra, hy doen it 100%. Now, unfortunately, if you happen to be on the wrong end of a pit bull's mouth, it will also do that 100%. So it does every single thing 100%.
You'll have to kill
So his
that
jaw
dog.
is not locked. His jaw is not locked. He's just preconditioned to commit 100% determination to every single thing that he does.
And that's exactly what Matthew says. He's 100% right because on the facts sheet that we've got here, they do not have locking jaws.
Not at all.
This is a myth.
That is a myth.
Yeah.
Very quickly, I mean, when you choke it out, you choke the dog out. You literally press down on its throat, on its throat. And that's if there's nothing else. If the dog has a belt on, a collar on, especially a leather one, twist that collar with as much pressure as you can, direct it any kill, like they'll cough. And right at that moment where they cough is where you release the dog. There's another method called the break stick that it looks like a plastic knife almost, or a wooden one that you put on the jaw of on the achterkant van die jaw, and then you twist backward in a twisting motion, and then you release the mouth. But that you need not only experience.
Yes.
No, not really, because it's on the teeth. You not only need experience, but sometimes the bites are so entangled that you can't get the stick in because you would need enough space for it to get to the back of the mouth and so on.
If you don't do that one and you decide to go for the choking, are there any other options if the dog does not have a collar on?
You physically have to choke it out. Take your hand, go to the bottom of its neck, and just choke down. Press on its throat.
So try to get the oxygen out of him. In other words, so that he's got to breathe.
Yes. They would cough. But this is what I do. It's not always. I'll be walking.
Matthew,
yes.
Maar Matthew, ek moet nou daar vra. Ek dink ek het al seker 'n video of 2 gesien where that happens, like you do say. Maar the level of being pissed off at that moment that you are the one stopping me, then he immediately turns towards the person
Oh no.
that chokes him out.
Is
that not a possibility?
That's what I'm
bulls,
saying.
it's
Pit bulls don't have human aggression. You have to raise a dog in such isolation and such, because once again I come back to socializing. What you want the dog to know when they grow up and what you want them to be normal around, what their norm will be, you want to create that norm while the dog is a puppy. You cannot, like I had a bull on a farm, for example, that had absolutely no human aggression, but he was aggressive toward kids. Because he was never socialized to kids. He was always on the farm and there were never kids on the farm.
All right.
Now suddenly there are tiny humans.
Yes.
And all the humans I've ever known in my life
were adult.
tall. Yeah. Now I don't understand it, so I have to defend myself against it. Get that?
My kids play with pit bulls, pull his tail and all. It's how you bring. Okay, I think I read
and
that.
once again, sorry, Neville. Stuff like pulling on its tail while it's a puppy, pulling on the dog's ears while it's a puppy, pressing on its neck like Oriel just did when Draghi corrected him while it's a puppy. The back, I want to say, especially more toward the tail where the back legs connect. Right there, you want to touch your back deliberately. I mean, your dog deliberately right there, because those are some of the triggers that get dogs to react. And this is not just pit bulls, but especially pit bulls, because
pit bulls. Franco Jose is asking, why are huskies known to escape from home? How does one go about discipline them? Ek raak moeg
Ja.
Ek raak moeg om hierdie honde te jag.
So much like a pit bull, the husky also has those genetic traits that want it, that make it want to run away from home. They want to. Net soos 'n pit bull gebreed is om die soort aggression te hê teen 'n reënhonde of tewenshonde.
Mutumba says, well done for getting an expert into the studio. It's unfortunate the videos online is all about dog fights and the American Terrier is the main star. Ask Matthew who inspired him. Is Cesar Milan one of his idols? That's the question. Buffalo Neville, Bull Terrier bite pressure per square inch and aggression. The science there too, which the guy in the studio is explaining. My friends, Mutumba says, my friends, American Bull Terrier is an extremely friendly. He even scared of rain and lightning. Mutumba moet nog 'n kak praat die man. Hou net op.
Over Matthew.
You have a question.
Ouens, wag, kom ek gaan gou deur 'n
Ja.
paar comments hier, so hier's 'n paar comments. But the bad part again with Pitbull, it doesn't like this normal dog. It happened to me one day in Ongwediva. Our Pitbull ran out when I opened the gate and it went to the other house and killed the neighbor's dog till I ran and took a needle and inject on the neck. Then it left the other dog.
And that's the kind of person that should not have
A needle.
pit bull.
Ethel, ek het Masha sê ek het 'n springbokkie, my man soek nog 'n hond en sy keuse is Pitbull. Dis hoekom ek vra want ek weier beslis. Jaw lock is from the British Terrier, also known as varkhond, parental line. They lock their jaws and start shaking and ripe. That's what Mutumba is saying. Ethel Konings doctors is say so nee, Rottweilers is beter. Ask Matthew, Estomish is asking, ask Matthew, wouldn't it be best if all dogs has leash and the owners take them for walks and not breed them to watch the house? Rabies is real. It's unfortunate that some dogs run loose and attack people. Ethel says, boerboel raak aggressive in ouderdom
Alle honde raak aggressief
en is baie jaloers oor kinders. Evelyn Witboy say it is believed that the reason behind most pitbull aggression is caused by the owners that either neglect
Yes.
or abuse the dog. Can Matthew please elaborate on that? How fast are you in Matthew? Jeanette Javera says pit bulls are inherently dangerous. They are not inherently dangerous. Sorry. They are great with children. I have seen it with my own eyes. I believe that's what you mean. Like any other dog, they can become violent, aggressive, and mean through a lack of training, abuse, neglect, and irresponsible ownership. Bro, where you living? Were you living in Belgium's Milano? It's a freak athlete, high energy dog. Why the police?
Oh, the Belgian Malinois.
Police and military love that breed. Kom ek kyk net gou hier. Very informative. Say Roviera, jy mag maar my bra. Do you have like information sessions whereby you educate dog owners on how to treat and handle their dogs? Something like paint and wine, but instead of getting drunk, you actually learn something. Okay. Mutumba says, I think buyers need to be educated when purchasing a dog of any breed. The breeder needs to educate the people and not just collect money and leave them.
Yes.
I think for me and you know what, Matthew, I really and Coffee and Mitch, as I sit here, I'm really trying to open my mind to be a little bit more receptive, you know, with the information that I get here today about pit bulls, and I would really like to have a better understanding of you know of pit bulls. But my question to you, Matthew, is why the world over the pit bull seems to be the only dog that people need to defend at this level. We don't have these kind of discussions about hierdie Duitse honde wat ons in Karatura gebyt het in die 80s.
Dit was die boere se honde. Ons honde was besig in Duitsland.
Ja, die German Shepherds, the Dobermans, all these other dogs. There doesn't seem to be so much stigma around any other dog in terms of aggression, except
for the pit bull.
bull.
I'll tell you now, firstly, that this now, any Verald recordings now, research has dictated or has proven that Chihuahuas are the most aggressive breed.
Yes.
What is up?
He's talking facts. I've got
Thank
it
you
right
very
here.
much. Guys, I live this life.
What?
I live this life. This is my whole
Chihuahuas.
my existence, my career.
Chihuahuas is
and
full
Ek wil
cup.
eintlik dat gesê.
Yeah.
het.
Chihuahuas are the
Doctor
most
say.
aggressive, but because of the fact
Chihuahua.
that they have smaller mouths and the extent of the damage that they cause in their bites is not equivalent to that of a pit bull. It's
Yeah,
not
sure.
registered as much.
Sure.
Okay,
Ethel
that's the
Quinn's
first part.
doctor say so. Ethel Quinn's doctor, she's saying the same thing. Chihuahuas is die gevaarlikste hond.
Yeah, less
Ethel,
unstable.
aggressive.
Yeah,
Please,
less unstable.
Yeah.
Especially the
Ethel, please tell.
females.
Less unstable, and when they get older, they just tip over, and that's who they become.
Never, I just wanted to add on something, and you can just elaborate on that. Like the term pit bull, most people just think it's like one breed or what, but then we have the Staffordshire Terrier, the American pit bull, American bulldog, and again, and you don't know which one is actually the one that comes from a really violent, because these dogs were, they had this spot, a blood spot called most bull baiting.
Bull baiting, yeah.
Bull baiting. So most of the dogs that were put into that spot, it was like a real spot. The honor mutabakli. And they tried, when they stopped the spot, they organized this thing called the American Temperament Testing Association or so. And they test them against, like what they do to the dogs is they put the dogs in a arena and they give them certain variety of stimuli, like kids, another dog. And the pit bull actually came out, it had a higher score, like 87%, than like Chihuahuas, the poodles, and so
They
on.
were second after the golden retrievers.
Yeah, and pit bull actually came out. Then it's a pass and fail. So if your dog probably gets agitated by a kid, the dog fails, and the pit bull actually came out on top.
Yeah.
What for Chihuahuas most aggressive. Hey man, they suffer.
It's serious.
They suffer from short man syndrome.
You know, Neville,
Chihuahuas
So
by,
what
the
can I say?
Chihuahuas by the time they are a year, they already start to show like instability in the personality.
those
Pit
people.
bulls kom jy as jy op 19 jaar. That's
Yeah.
when you see now when they become old. But Chihuahuas by 1 year, 2 years, they are grumpy already. Just
That's
for no
the
reason.
same with these huskies that always want to run away. Just get a husky with no legs. Where do you find a husky with no legs? Daar waar jy hom gelos het.
Isn't that where we draw a line between aggression and danger?
What do you mean?
Because Chihuahuas could be aggressive, but they're not really as dangerous as the big bull.
Whoa! Listen to what Shines is asking. Shines is asking, should we not differentiate, I believe, between aggressive
And danger.
and dangerous? What Shines is saying, a Chihuahua is aggressive, but a pit bull is dangerous.
Now,
Shines,
if
Jace my bra.
go on. Go on. Stay with me.
Yeah.
So if we then start to assess this according to danger, wat hy onder is gevaarlik? Which dog is not dangerous then? Because we just covered the bull terrier and its
Yeah.
ability to also, let's call it locking its jaw.
Locking, yeah.
So,
The
so
Staffordshire
it
Terrier
already,
as well.
so the Staffordshire Terrier as well,
Yeah.
the Steffi, he locks his jaw and I want fat. And that's the difference between, or that's what sets the pit bull apart, that locking ability.
Right.
So they have the same drive. A Farcon, as a Buckley, and then a lock on of a Steffi, they don't let go until that dog is dead. Much like a pit bull as well. So if we are then going to cancel the pit bull because we deem it as dangerous,
Right,
then by
right.
that logic, all terrier breeds should go.
Yes.
The bull terrier, the Staffordshire Terrier, the pit bull terrier. By that logic, some boer bulle work. They also,
yeah,
My bro, luister.
I mean-
jy raak baie persoonlik nou. Ek het
ons sê net.
Ek is 'n Jack Russell fan.
Jack Russell Terrier is okay. That's
Jy
all.
moet ook gaan.
Then by that logic, all terrier breeds then.
Ethel, hierdie Ethel is vol nonsens vandag. Chihuahuas het bipolar.
Yes.
Maar Chihuahuas
And these are real tips on slag no, but these are real tips. Chihuahuas have an they at some point or another they have an inconsistency inconsistency in their personalities. So that's a breed not to get. As if you are somebody that is highly affectionate, your love language is physical touch and so on. In about a year, your dog won't want to be touched anymore. Magnoni sak of GDA, that's a Chihuahua. Your husky, yes. Your husky wants to run away from home. They are genetically set up to want to do that. Eles Baslam, they learn how to open door handles and stuff.
Huskies.
Yes, they're extremely intelligent, and also they don't guard at all. They have zero protecting skills. They don't even bark.
As vicious as
they
they
look.
look.
So
with
if
their
the
blue
burglar
eyes.
comes in, he'll just lick him and say,
Beggar
take
will
the
make 10
TV.
trips into your house. That husky will play and jump on that burglar all 10 times. They guard so little they don't even have a bark in their voice cords. They don't bark. They howl and make.
They look like,
They do that. Yeah, I now that you're saying
understand?
that, I've really noticed
And
that.
that's genetically set up. So when people even tell me that no, a pit bull is not a real breed because it was made in a science lab, all breeds were. The emphasis is just on the pit bull because of its history.
Yeah.
How
It
do
was
you
made to
explain
fight.
making a Great Dane from the same blood that you make a Chihuahua? The Great Dane is the grootste
ek sien die Great Dane,
Do you
ja.
understand? That's all in a lab. That's all happening in a lab. So you can't then want to cancel a pit bull because no, it was genetically made up by scientists. What all breeds were. When you breed boer bulls, for example, and you see that your boer bull raak no kort over the years, your bloodline, they're losing height. You throw a ridgeback in there, a Rhodesian ridgeback, and that brings up the height. And then you breed that ridgeback boer bull puppy with pure breed boer bulls again, and that's how you bring up the height of your specific bloodline. You get me? That's all stuff we are playing
That's
with.
really interesting, bro.
Imagine Basset Hounds. Basset Hounds, which other dog can I think of? Basset Hounds, for example.
Beagles.
They're genetically beagles. They're genetically made with short legs so that they can crawl down into holes. Then they make the tail very long so that if they encounter a fox or something dangerous in that hole, you have something long to pull it on because they had the Jack Russell, but the Jack Russell is sterkie is kort.
I was meaning to ask you, what would be the best breed for a hunting dog?
For a hunting dog, it depends what kind of hunting you're doing because now you have your greyhounds, the Van
Right,
Honda.
right.
They do the pacing.
Yes,
But they
do.
don't attack. They'll corner the animal.
Okay.
But they don't have killer instincts.
Yes.
So you will have. So what some guys do, they
Kera
hunt with a quad
Matthew,
bike.
my broer, ne, Vijay, you know what?
Hierdie
What
comments.
you're doing today, ne, for me personally, I've, and sorry to stop you there, but you taking me to school today. There are stuff that you are telling me today that I could never put into words. I've seen this, but I've never sort of acknowledged it. Obviously, you know,
Yeah.
it never manifested in my brain, in my psychic. Many a times I've been on hunting trips, like what you're explaining now.
Yeah.
It's exactly, but
Yeah.
this is what I've seen when we
Yeah.
hunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got your fast dogs that pace the animal down, and then they block it either at the base of a tree, in a hole, or on the
Right.
top of a tree, or so on. But what you'll find with your greyhounds is you'll find they'll start circling around that tree. They won't. No dog will engage. They then bring a pit bull of a varkon of iets. Wat die
Ja,
grappe, wat die
die
tyd vir
terrie.
grappe het die. Daai kom stam.
Trek hom plat.
Yeah. So you need a combination of two, or you'd have to breed your or get like a greyhound and then breed it with a dog that has an instinct that allows them to break that barrier in attacking. So you can have a greyhound and breed it with like a pit bull, for example, or a bull terrier.
Why are border collies so good with sheep?
They were scientifically set up like that. Yeah. So you'll see it in 3-month-old puppies. They already start herding.
Yes, yes.
The German short-haired pointer, for example, at 3 months old, they already start pointing. Sometimes they'll see a what's it called when they stuff the animals? You know when?
Oh yes, taxidermy.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. So they'll be walking, they see that, and then you'll see they freeze, and then they point. And in that point, it's instinct.
yeah.
So what we've done with the dog is we've genetically set it up to the human's needs.
To a specific task.
So the Maltese poodles, the toy poms, the Yorkies, we've bred them to desire attention and love and affection.
Okay.
Then we breed the pit bulls and the boer bulls and the hunting dogs to not want that so much. They should be more
Working dogs.
They should be more working dogs. Yes.
Okay.
So you have your Chihuahua your toy pom and your Maltese experiencing
The
slight signs of
poodles.
depression because how we genetically made them. Say we don't give them that kind of affection, you find that some of them get into depression. Their eyes even start to hang out. Like the pugs, for example, they have big eyes. You'll notice that their eyes start to pop more when they are denied affection, or because we genetically set them up to desire this
So
affection.
are you
And then
saying
the pit bull, we genetically set it up to be aggressive.
so what you're saying is before somebody gets a dog,
Yes.
understand the,
The
purpose
breed.
that you
purpose and
want the
breed,
dog
yeah.
for.
So I would get a client that tells me I want a husky or a German shepherd. What dog do you want? No, I'm looking for a dog. What dog do you want? I'm looking for a husky or a German shepherd. I'm
That's-
like, but you can't tell me that because a husky has zero guarding sense, and a German shepherd wants to sacrifice his life to guard you.
Correct.
So what are you looking for?
Luister.
One is purely aesthetics, and the other one is a working breed. You can't.
You can't,
Yeah, you have to decide what you
So-
My,
want.
my
if you-
sister.
Please never.
My sister. Hilda. Hilda Besson. So she's got a husky at home.
I worked for her actually.
Ne?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So she's got a husky. Now, if you come to Hilda's house and you see this husky with its green eyes, you are shit scared. And it's like you say, this Caesar, or what's his name, is
Milan.
so is
Caesar Milan, yeah.
no, I'm talking about her dog.
Oh, her dog is
The
Caesar.
dog's name is Caesar, I think.
Okay.
Caesar is so docile. He just walks around there, lying around there. And they had a break-in, I think probably about a...
Oh hell no.
We shouldn't be laughing about this.
I know.
Jesus.
So they had a break-in, I think probably
Oh my
about a year ago. So Hilda calls me up and said, Neville, wie jy, hier is Caesar. Die mense het ingebreek by die huis. Caesar lê en kyk die mense.
Hy is gelukkig, Caesar is self saamgevat hier. Caesar so geklim het. Caesar.
Want toe gaan ons.
Want toe gaan ons. Is daar kos? Wat gaan aan?
Het julle korrels van my?
That's your typical husky.
Oh my god, man.
If you have two and you are walking them off leash, for example, you don't let go of them at the same time.
They'll
I taught
run.
one of my clients this, they run, they have the same mentality. You just let them go. So si ene moeg raak, so si ene besluit, no, okay, maybe we should go back. The other one carries the momentum on. But you notice that if you are walking them both and you let one go at a time, their pack mentality. Now, pack mentality is your
Oh,
dog's
I
ability
see.
to come back. Then the pack mentality is a bit more present than very on by the ane kom check by you. But if you let both of them go, they're gone. They'll run for 3
I
hours.
think huskies are more related to wolves or something.
Yes,
like that.
extremely.
Yeah,
They really hold on to their
As a
primitive
pack.
side. Their prey drive, for example, is very high. Your husky makes a much better hunter than a pit bull.
Hoekom?
Sy prey drive is hoog. Hy is so gemaak because they were bred to pull sleds in the snow. And the
Yes.
element of danger that was there, they had bears and wolves.
Yes.
So their hunting sense had to be high in order for it, should they
Be
ever
attacked.
find themselves in a situation where they are being attacked, they should be able to defend themselves. But then that didn't work very well, so that's how they ended up making the Alaskan Malamute, which is now a bigger husky. I've seen them here.
Baie hierdie wambo het gelees.
Baie gelees. Neville, do you know what
Nes
you
my lewe, Devil. I
It
live
was
this
probably
life. Yeah, I'm
just
building a life.
swap us a textbook, yes, but it was about dogs. He was like,
Neville?
Estella.
do you know what you get if you cross a German shepherd with a hamster?
What?
It's a guard dog that fits in your pocket.
This should be good.
You must just not say fat hom if he's still in your pocket.
Weet jy julle nie. Kom ek lees gou 'n paar comments hier. Kom ek lees gou 'n paar comments. Net 'n bietjie vas. Mutumba says Dobermans are on the 10 most deadliest dogs in world ranking. Number 7. That is what they are ranked. Franco Jose says pavement special lock also.
Yes.
On the bond they get on the street danger. Ai hou nog op man. Fuck your
Pavement specials as churches.
yeah. No Matthew. Yeah. Masha is baie kwaad vir jou.
Who is that?
Masha is nee man Matthew. Matthew is telling the thieves which house to target.
Go to the Huskies.
No, but look, I am one of the few people in the country. There are 1,000 people selling dogs. My ex
Yeah.
What is the purpose? Because 3-4 months in, you come back, and somebody's complaining about their husky not guarding well, and you're like, but it doesn't know how to. It's not something in its setup.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you raise it maybe around guard dogs, semano husky rakrot met 2 of 3 pit bulls. They imitate the older dogs and then they can pick up on that, but they still won't have follow through. Hy sal bluff, maar hy sal nie byt nie.
Is dat miskien vir jou kan wys wie het ingepreek?
Ja,
Ja.
iemand
Ja, like,
alert dat, ja,
ja,
iemand
alert
is in. Maar hulle sal nie iemand aanvat nie.
Dopkin Eliasation says pit bulls are like boot spoilers. Remember, pit bulls fall in the group of watch and guard dogs. That's what Mutumba says. Huskies here at times they guide the skiing sleds. This is what Estomich says. She's in Norway. Trini Ndlovu says, I know Chihuahuas are predominantly owned mostly by females as friendly, lovable pets, and yet they are regarded as the most aggressive. Balance me here.
They
To
have this-
correlation here Bafuetu. Herbans, we learn every day. Pun intended. Cocker Spaniels is ook baie cute, sê Ethel Koningsdogter. Hunting Border Collie, Windhond Kalfie, best hunting dog.
Okay.
Most women are bipolar. Hulle verstaan mekaar.
Chihuahuas and
Let's quickly come back to the pit bull. This is very important information. Okay. Firstly, before you get any dog, you need to understand why you are getting the dog. Is it for aesthetics?
Guys,
Okay,
Leicester,
this is
Leicester.
very, very important. This is how I make my living. These are the kinds of conversations I have with my clients. Okay, so firstly, you want to identify a purpose as to why you want the dog. Is it for aesthetics? Do you feel you need a family type or family-oriented dog where you guys can just watch TV, or it just hangs around in the yard and you have another personality in the yard? Okay, once you've established the purpose, okay, no, I want a guard dog, or I want a dog that will grow up in the house with my toddler, then you get a Maltese Poodle or Yorkie or a Toy Pom. Once you've identified the purpose, you need to understand that you are getting the dog first, and then you are getting the breed. So the dog will behave a certain way. Then you get the breed. The breed then also behaves a whole different way. Your Husky, your German Shepherd, your Cocker Spaniel, and so on, they all have genetic traits that determine their behavior, and that's why I don't sell mixed breeds. I only sell pure breed dogs because their genetic traits are dependable, they are reliable.
Right.
With the mixed breed, you have no idea what you're getting into. I'm not saying they're bad dogs.
Yes.
They can turn out to be some of the most amazing dogs, but it's just you have an idea of what you're getting into when the dog is pure. So when you do get your dog, be it a pit bull or whatever pit dog that is, socialize the dog early. Make sure the dog is... Do not tie any dog up. It drives them crazy, it frustrates them, and it makes them aggressive.
As je hond vast
As je hond vastmaakt.
Hallo.
And no, they aggression,
Luister.
okay?
Julle
And
wat
this
honde
aggression is
vastmaak.
stupid because it's unguided. It's frustration based, which means that almal is 'n gevaar. Van kinders tot ou mense tot vroumense. The pit bulls, for example, are more likely to attack a male figure than they are a female figure, because over time they've also learned that male figures tend to cause more harm and danger than females. So to find a male pit bull that attacks random females or kids, for example, is just so rare. So once you've then determined this specific breed that you want and you are set on it, socialize the dog. I used to take my dogs to my dog to car washes. Joe's car wash. Ek gaan sit praat.
Ja, by Joe's.
My hond raak gewoon vir mense, hy raak gewoon vir geraas. There's cars going off. There's a lot. People are coming by, they are petting him, they're saying hi to him and stuff. Kids are socializing with him. When I have family events and so on, I'll take him with. When we have a family event at the house, I don't block my dogs away. I allow him at least the first 10-15 minutes just to be around that crowd.
Smell and look and listen.
Some dogs are kept in a backyard where there's no outside view, an outside view to the wall. There's no window, there's no gap in the wall. So now your dog is living this existence where all he does is hear and smell stuff. It can't see things. Okay, you let this dog out. What do you think? It's almost like an overcharge when this dog is free. That's why they run around crazy when they go out, because there's no
Because they know
exercise.
this will end soon and then they'll be back in their normal misery.
Yes.
It's like our NDFs, ne?
It's like the fish rod people in jail. It's like the fish rod.
I said,
people
yes,
in
they
China.
When we let them out, they just come out
Yeah.
and beat people.
So socialize the dog. What you want the dog to know, teach them that early. You cannot expect that your dog that has never seen other dogs to know how to behave around other dogs. You cannot expect your dog that. I mean, I'm not saying that if you socialize your pit bull well, it will not have male or female aggression. It most likely will, but it increases their chance of acting on that decision. You get me? Your dog has a decision-making process, and the more educated dogs think a bit more thoroughly through their decisions.
Yeah.
And you wonder what the interaction and they what aandag kry nie,
Yeah.
they are more primitive and they are more animalistic, so they just go off. You understand?
Monique sê Matthew, ek is op pad.
Matthew, is dog breeding legal in Namibia?
Dog breeding
Wag,
is
wag,
legal.
wag, gou.
Okay.
Kom ek lees gou net 'n paar comments. Ethel Koningsdorter Visagi, family dog, more to the love, give a lovable, quiet. Jeanette Javera says, and for those who would like a dog for the farm, Jova Herero. Dit sal net 'n Herero wees.
Maar ek het-
Come with a story about
Wat
a
is een
dog
Juba
for the farm. Ek het geweet. And for those who like to have a dog for the farm, to guard livestock and flock, please consider getting an Anatolian Shepherd as a guard dog. Move now. Pombo Tuarika na. Mutumba says the buck should fall on the shoulders of the breeders.
I feel that way as well. The
Many-
breeders and the owners of the dogs.
Yeah,
As
many.
jy 'n pitbull wil koop, staan by jou hond as die hond misbehave and so on.
Yeah.
It's a little reckless to just have any and everybody accessible to or have
Yeah.
access to pitbulls like that.
Many are in the business of making money and don't care what happens with their puppies after sold. Roviera says the most dangerous breeds in the world are humans.
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 Jy moet reg skryf man. Jou moego. Los die honde
Mugu
uit.
Award.
Lost
Mugu
the
Award.
award.
Put him on the list.
Humans kill more. That's what Rose says. Hoor vir Ethel. Matthew was spyt uitgekom want julle praat net kak. Praat ons net kak. Nee,
Not even.
ek dink ons leer baie
It's worse,
by Matthew. Al praat ons net kak.
It's worse when I'm out on weekends and then people are drinking and then they start asking you these kinds of questions.
Yeah.
Is it?
Dis word redenasie daar wen jy nie. I tend to engage, yeah.
Jy wen nooit nie.
Jy wen nie, ek dis wat ek hier aan nie. So I'm glad this is a controlled
Environment.
yeah.
Ethel sê ek verstaan nie die mense wat breeding doen nie. Hoe gee jy jou kinders weg? Ai Here.
Jy kry ons geld terug.
Yeah, nowadays people should know your dog type because some triggers allergies and others are allergy friendly. Don't shed them. This is what Estomich from Norway is saying. Ethel says, I have only a cat. Hy pas ons mooi op. Gaan toer soontoe. Asseblief. Unfortunately, the pit bulls haven't been used in policing and protection service like German Shepherds or
Yeah, some
Millennials, Rottweilers.
yeah, ma, they
Yeah.
don't make good police dogs.
If this happens, this could give a better image for the American Terrier, plus change the name from Pit Bull because of the history of pit fighting to Americans. Matthew, inbox me your number, bro. That's what Roviera say. I think I need to introduce you to my community. Guys had a whole 2-day debate around dogs and how to handle the dogs in the area. Let's see how best.
Yeah, I'll
we can
inbox. I
assist
know
them.
Ro personally.
Yeah,
I'll inbox
ne?
him.
Maria Aziz says, Matthew, you are talking to me, man. Sparky ain't seeing people. Wow, Maria.
Yeah, I know Maria's
so
dog as well. Her
Sparky
pit bull.
is the pit bull.
Yeah, he's also great. He's not extremely socialized, but because he doesn't have human aggression, he won't bite you.
Natalie, you have ulterior motives here. Natalie vra, kan ek toch vir Draggie kom soen? Moenie verskoning soek.
Om vir Matthew te sien.
Ja, ons weet, dit is eintlik waaroor dit gaan hierso.
En Monique sit net by jou plek as jy kom hier so nie Monique.
Oh, werk Monique hier so?
Ja.
Oh, so she's klaar hier so. Oh, don't slam her wins.
She's closer than you think.
Hou op.
So I don't even need to send location. She's
Monique.
right here.
Monique
Monique kom nie.
Monique ken goede.
Say,
Yeah. Did Neville almost say pit bulls haven't been used in Pornhub? Ayere, dankie nie.
stop it with Pornhub now.
Yes.
Jesus, conversation is going south.
Matthew, sorry guys, if any closing questions, arguments,
I just,
etc., etc.
before you give your handles out and everything, man, just a point that they raised about making pit bulls in the police, using them in the police force.
Oh, yeah.
Just what you said, the way you raise them and they do everything 100%.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's gonna be a very dangerous?
The pit bull makes a great police dog when it comes to catching perpetrators now, human perpetrators. The problem comes in because of the fact that it's genetically set up to attack the first male dog it smells. Even with the best socializing, there's a side to it that net biki tricky is when it comes to the scent of another male dog. So imagine your pit bull chasing after somebody and that somebody runs past the male dog. Your pit bull will... There's a very good chance that pit bull will lose the perp and focus on this dog because it's genetically because we taught it as humans to attack
Other dogs.
other people. No, human beings. Yeah,
human beings,
because remember, a police dog you would have to teach it to attack people. Now, genetically, he's already set up to want to attack the next male dog.
Oh,
So you understand? That's why they don't make great police dogs.
It's when
But
we
intellect in terms of getting scent work done, detecting drugs and so on, LS excellent.
It's like when we in the club
It's
and we see a
funny.
beautiful woman and you walk towards her,
Yes.
and in the time that you walk to her, you see an even more beautiful woman.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you just go to that.
Then you go, yeah,
you're like, yeah.
yeah. Or one that
Okay, cheap. Van daai, you know.
It's like net. Jay's opat Natalie too, and Jay's Informante.
yeah.
That's right.
Drive Monique second too.
Yeah.
Hello Monique. My size.
Final words, guys. Coffee.
My size.
My
right?
size.
I suppose. Coffee, your final contribution, please.
No, I find it phenomenal listening to you. I think Namibia should be more aware of you, using you way more in all of this. So well done.
Thank you very
well
much.
done.
Thank you
yeah,
very much.
very good.
Mitch?
For me, just do what Sean Jigem or Sean note. Like he's always on that of if people find snakes, if people find like you can do.
Sean Sheriff.
Yeah, onze sheriff. Muni aangaan.
Sorry,
As
okay.
onze sheriff.
Huskies.
Yeah. So just be out there and like let people know if there are pit bulls attacking humans or whatsoever, or pit bulls are fighting.
call me.
To call you. Probably just go to the police as well and let them know you can do this
Actually,
rather than just putting down the dogs. And I don't think we put down snakes or biting people.
Yeah, no, and here
We
they
call
are,
Sean, our sheriff.
Here they are automatically put down as well. The instant they bite someone, it's just for my. The instant they bite someone, they automatically put down here as well.
Yeah, it's just for you that understand dogs. I
Yeah.
think that hurts you much more than
Um,
us that probably just wants dogs to guard our places.
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
but also, man, look, like I said, I understand the nature of the dog. I'm not ignorant to the side of the to the violent side of the pit bull, but I feel like if you're gonna own a pit bull, you should be open to both sides to it. Most people I know who own pit bulls only know the one side of their pit bull,
Right.
not knowing that there's a very, very different side. Their pupils dilate. They become a different personality. And if you don't know how to engage your dog on that level, you shouldn't be owning a pit bull.
Sure.
I'm able to talk to my dog. If I get him off another dog, I'm able to talk to him. Taranje mo mejo. Look at me in your word. Like snap out of it. Yeah, just noem het mee.
Yeah.
Yes, that happened a few seconds ago, but now it's over. Talk to me. Snap out of that. You get me? And if you don't have any idea that even exists, you have no business owning a pit bull, because it's people like that are allowing the name of the pit bull to become what it is right now. Not knowing how to stop your pit bull after it locks onto or bites another dog is extremely reckless as an owner of a pit bull. You should not be owning one, because there is a very good chance it will happen. And what then when it does? That's when you now koe water and all the myths you've heard and
Yeah,
a pape and say sterre
Take
and
a car and drive
warm
over.
water and sorry, just to thingy now. So what some people do is say their pit bull gets into an incident with another dog, and then they bring cold water the first time and it works. They've now got it in their mind that Nias may on baklei koe water thingy but the dogs become conditioned. So wat die keer gewerkt het, there's no guarantee it'll work the next time. So if you use the pipe to choke it in or to stick it in the bum the first time round, that's also how people get bit. Hey, your dog is in defense mode, it's biting another dog.
But now you
there's no
stuff him
idea
up.
what's going on behind him, and it feels penetration in its bum. what is their immediate instinct? Self-defense, yeah.
Point.
And now when the story is told, nee, my hond het gebaklei to dry om to bait me wat ek hom probeer keer. But that's not what happened. You get me? So, geez, I even lost my point. There's so much to say about this.
I know. Maria Aziz say, ken jy vir Maria Aziz?
I know Maria.
How
She's a
do you
client.
know?
She's a client of mine.
Is
She's
she
a
a
beautiful
client of
client.
yours?
She's a client of mine.
She's a
Say,
beautiful client.
She's a beautiful married client of mine.
Ja, but
Baie getrouwd.
baie getroud.
Baie getrouwd.
Ringe maak
Met 'n hele familie en al.
We will
Hele-
test it. We will test it.
Home records asseblief.
Nee, but because you know the comment that she makes here is very very suspicious.
Kom ons kyk 'n bietjie. Kom ons look. Wat gaan aan?
Sy sê,
Uh.
Matthew,
Uh-huh.
let me use you
Mhm.
more. Sparky misses you. There is the way
Listen, this is not what this
way-
show is for.
the way this was written. Matthew, let me use you. Dot 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 dot. More. Dot 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 dot. Sparky misses you. And then our usual suspect.
Are there any emojis?
Yeah, there are 3 laughing emojis.
3 laughing emojis.
Yeah.
Okay.
As to me, yeah, the usual suspect comes in and say, yes, use him more. Yeah. Examanet. Yeah, examanet. Yeah. So
This
Matthew,
community, ne?
yeah, there is a Villa community. Matthew, my brother, thank you so much for coming in. You know, we've exceeded our time because you know what the this conversation is so interesting. I think a lot of people can relate to this. And I must say, what's his name?
Draghi.
Draghi. Draghi is a beautiful, beautiful dog. okay?
Fantastic.
If I could have Draghi to stay the same age and the same everything the way Draghi looks there, I would have a pit bull tomorrow. Maar die ander ene van jou wat so in jou profile pics is.
Ja, my eerste hond.
Wat is sy naam?
Kratos.
Kratos of Kratos.
Kratos, ja.
The
Kratos.
God of War.
Yeah.
The God of
The
War.
Greek mythology god of war.
Ja.
He's a purebred, eh?
He's a purebred.
Okay.
Nee wat. Kyk, is alright. Kyk, at least nee. But I feel about pit bulls now the way certain feel about not getting vaccinated. I'm getting closer.
Yes.
I'm not there yet, but I think the stigma that I had around pit bulls are a little bit better. I will still not get myself a pit bull.
Yeah, no, take your
Already-
time.
yeah.
And it's not a breed for everyone either.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I
it's
said.
not- it's not
I
for
mean,
me.
for example, just once again, we're diving into the topic. If you know your job allows you to travel a lot or puts you in a position where you travel a lot, for example, do not get a pit bull. He's a dog that is extremely egotistical.
Okay.
And once they imprint on their main owner and you are that person and you don't establish your boundaries every single day, they tend to take chances. Yeah. So wherever there's no authority figure, they'll take that place.
So what
But
dog
this is-
would be a good travel dog?
if you are somebody that travels,
Yes. Well,
Let's-
another thing.
travel
Would
with
it-
you or while you leave it at home?
No, travel with me.
I'd say a German Shepherd.
And why would Labradors be so good for blind people?
Because of their IQ level, they absorb information like at a very good rate, and then they are zero aggression. In the case a blind person is walking by a dog, they won't pop off. They'll
Right.
ignore that.
So they
dog.
won't throw you under the bus.
No. But your pit bull will react.
Hey,
They
your
will,
pit
yeah.
bull.
They will react. But maybe have me on 2 more times during the year when it's not related to a
Pit
bad
bulls.
incident. Then it's more awareness
Awareness.
than it is a
Yes.
debate.
Yeah.
Because the problem here is awareness. And I talk to a lot of people and they change their outlooks on the dogs and so on
Right.
once they have a better understanding. And like I said, this is what I base my career
should.
on. I talk to people, I show you a whole different side to your dog that you didn't even know existed. And I provide services through that. So if we have more awareness, we have people taking better care of their dogs and people who shouldn't be having pit bulls knowing that they shouldn't be having pit bulls. I did a good 3 to 4 years of research before I even got my pit bull. And by research I mean now digitally and spending time with people who actually had pit bulls. So I could learn like 10 different pit bull personalities before I decided it was for me because it was that or a German Shepherd. But I ended up leaning toward the pit bull.
Kyk byvoorbeeld, if there's one stereotype that you sort of
Debunked.
taken or debunked that I have, because I've always been of the notion that the type of dog that you do have correlates with the type of personality that you have.
A lot of the times, yes.
Yeah, and I've always been very stereotypical about people who have pit bulls. I don't want to be friends with people who have pit bulls because I've always of the notion that people who love pit bulls are inherently aggressive people who don't like, who are antisocial,
Yes.
who wat kaksoekerig is.
Heeltemal reg.
And it's one of the reasons why, because I don't think, I've always been of the notion that a pit bull is not a pet for them. It's a weapon.
Yeah.
For them, yeah.
That
Yeah.
and their Toyota Hilux.
Yeah. so and Matthew, meeting you for the first time, and the level of energy that I do feel from you is that you are anything but.
Yeah.
You understand? So I really appreciate the time that we've shared today in studio, Matthew.
I
Thank you
just
for having
need
me,
something
guys.
to happen. I need you, Mitch, and you, Neville, to apologize to not only Matthew, but all the people out
I
in
didn't
the
even hear
world
the
for the
comments,
remarks you made on Monday regarding pit bulls. Otherwise, you're going to be in line for the Mugu Award on Friday, which is
Maar
tomorrow.
hoekom haal hy vir hom uit?
As ek
Hoekom-
het verder.
Because he already
No,
started with
I
his.
apologize.
He led with his.
Okay,
I saw-
okay.
Before the
Say sorry.
interview even started.
Mitch, say sorry.
Sorry,
For what?
pet bull community for my what do we say?
Unsubstantiated.
How
Unthoughtful,
does
stupid
Mitch even
remarks.
have pit bull opinions if he
Yes.
grew up around pit bulls.
I know.
Ek verstaan nou nie.
Yeah, no, it's because
You were raised in a yard with pit bulls. I know that for sure. I think you were even exposed to pit bulls much earlier than I was. Because by the time I got into the dog world,
my brother was already breeding pit
Yeah.
bulls and he loves those dogs.
Hierdie klein maar skral om kalo lewe mannetjies en kom stel. Hulle loop so groot fucking
yeah.
Those
Yeah. I won't lie, I used to be like that as well. I used to feel extremely arrogant.
Like-
Yeah, because everybody crosses the road when they see you coming with your pit
But
bull.
Estimate says something just in closing. Sorry. Quite often you can, if you look into the face of the dog, whatever dog it is, and you look into the face of the owner,
Yeah.
very much the same.
Yeah.
Especially these pugs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You
My
imprint
pit
on-
bull and myself, except for looking alike, our behavioral traits are also the same.
That's
You
say-
guys
Still,
imprint.
we don't talk too much. He's not vocal at all. He's very quiet, doesn't bark. He's a pit bull when he needs to be, and he's extremely docile when he needs to be, and he's
There's-
constantly observing and stuff.
There's an international song playing now for the next 3 minutes, so ek moet maar gou 'n paar comments lees before we Draakie wil huis toe gaan, sê Ethel. Mitch, apology not accepted. Dis
Ai,
wat
hoe?
Rou weer
Ai,
sê.
Rou, man, hier.
Maria Ileka. Hey, toe.
Hey, oh, Maria Ileka.
Hello, family. I joined late, but I will definitely replay this because it appears it was packed with important information. Beautiful dog over there, by the way. Maria, it's good to see you in the comments today.
Maria, greet
Thank
me.
you so. Ja, greet of vir Mitch toch asseblief. Ja. Last question on behalf of the Eves. Does he have a girlfriend? Dit is wat Ethel vra. Does he have a girlfriend? Jy kan nou antwoord.
Don't do it. It's a trap. Don't do it.
Neville must come visit Sparky. Oh, I will bring him to the studio.
Sap ook
This is
klaar.
what-
Kan ek sê ek het kos in my mondi. Sap is ook klaar.
Jy gaan nie denken. Don't do it,
Ek het
bro.
kos in my mondi.
Kaufman admitted you have seen an owner that resembles a poodle.
Yes.
I wonder who Sparky needs a wife, man. I'm all about love, and he's so handsome. I want his genes out there. Oh, so you want Sparky to breed? I'll be. What? I'll be expecting your DM. For who? Leo Amadilla. Dit sê die mense DM mekaar hier op die show.
Dis dan jong.
Leo Amadilla is asking Maria Aziz, we need to be friends. Nou sê die mense hulle gaan mekaar DM. Yeah.
Oh, one is a male pit bull and the other one is a female pit bull.
I don't know if they are.
Because isn't Leo the same guy that mentioned he has a female pit bull? Somebody made a comment earlier about a pit bull. Say Neville, the expression.
Neville is an instigator. You must just know this stuff. Already know Neville is an instigator. So
He comes with an angle.
Oh my goodness. The expression on his face tells
Ek
me
het
all.
fokol gesê.
marriages must be tested.
Yeah.
Neville's philosophy.
Oh
bruh.
wow.
Matthew, for the sake of keeping the peace, don't answer that question.
I so believe though.
Yeah. You see, the fact that you act like Novak Djokovic, the tennis player that was kicked out of Australia a few days ago because he does not. The reason that he was thrown out of Australia is he does not want to say whether he is vaccinated or not. So if you don't want to, if you say no comment, then we expect what we're expecting. So the fact that you don't want to answer the question obviously put you in a suspect box.
Position.
Yeah. So, but nevertheless, guys, thank you. Thank you.
Have a
The comments-
fantastic day.
The comments are so many.
Walk
The
your
comments
dogs, please.
are so many. Walk your dogs.
Walk your dogs, please. Socialize them.
40 seconds. Sê nog gou laste asseblief.
Okay. For any more information, or if you would like to ask some in-depth questions, or pay for your consultation, where I come over and you can ask me personally about your dog, not just dogs in general. 081 375 6625, or my social media pages are Pausarus for the business pages and the Dog Father for my private page, but they both speak to the same purpose. Walk your dogs, socialize them to what it is you would want them to know as adults, and do research before getting any breed, because they all have specific needs that they have, and then when those needs are not met, they self-destruct with violence or destruction. So know what breed you are getting.
My broer, what a day. Thank you so much, Matthew,
Thank
once
you very-
again for coming in.
Thank you guys for having me.
We will definitely be calling on you, like you do say, and thanks for offering your services to come on our show. We will definitely make use of it so that you know that we all learn a little bit more about how to handle dogs in general. For all of us, all you guys out there, have a lovely Thursday.
Sorry, just one last one. To anybody that owns a pit bull and you would like to know how to get your pit bull to get off another dog, look me up on Facebook or on Instagram. I'll come do it. I'll come teach you that for free.
Yeah.
Anybody in Windhoek at all, I'll be in Swakop in February as well. So this applies to anybody in Swakop next month. If you own a pit bull and you didn't even know that your pit bull has that side to it that it can tip over too, and you'd like to learn more about that side, and especially the releasing, that's very important. I'll do that for free.
Well done, Matthew.
Well
Bye,
done,
bye,
bro.
bye.
Nice
Cool,
stuff.
my bro.
To do
Matthew,
it for free,
thank you,
that's
thank
tough,
you,
man.
thank you so much. Guys, have a blessed day. Is die 20ste vandag.
Ja.
Wie het gepay?
Nee, nog nooit
onderwysers.
nie onderwysers.
Onderwysers het gepay.
Ja.
Unam,
Ja.
Polly,
Bankmensen ook.
bankmense het gepay.
Bankmense.
As
Bankmensen
jy
ook.
braas het wat gegolla het vandag,
Maak jou man aan man.
Dis hy.
kap toe, makka man.
Ja, give a loan.
Sharp.